Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome to It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield. I'm Mark Turner, that's Claire Vaughn. Doug Anderson from the Wayne County Farm Bureau has joined us this morning. Good morning. Man, did you guys notice the dust all over your vehicles the other day?
Yes.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. From what I
thought it was frost.
From what I understand, it has to do with the wildfires down in Texas.
Yeah.
And the winds pushing and I walked down and I thought, man, I didn't think it rained that much, and I don't think I've driven anywhere.
I just know I'm ready for spring.
Oh, yeah.
It teases us one day and then it takes it away the next.
I know, for real. Those beautiful days that we've had, and then go back to,
nice.
Sorry kids, you got to put your coats on, you know.
What was
I want to wear shorts.
What was it, Tuesday? It was 70. Wednesday, 40.
And this morning I'm getting snow alerts on my phone when I wake up.
Gosh. Did you guys see the hail on the ground?
No.
You guys wake up early enough
No.
to go out? You didn't
This
see hail?
morning?
No, out when we had that bad storm the other night, when there was tornado watches and warnings.
Yeah.
I went out the next morning to take the dog out and get, start my morning, and little pellet-sized hail covering our yard.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Like sleet.
Yeah.
I don't think we had any here in Fairfield. In
Okay.
town.
Well, yeah, I'm on the East Highway, about a mile outside.
Yeah.
Now, I saw a lot of the storm reports from Northern Illinois.
Yeah.
On Tuesday.
They had some good-
They had some good hail up north.
Yeah.
I mean, all I heard when that storm rolled through, I heard thunder one time.
Really?
And I heard the wind pick up.
Oh my gosh,
And that was it.
Yeah, we got hit pretty hard out on the East Highway. I mean, just wind and like I said, the little sleet or hail, and then lots of rain. We had quite a bit of rain and thunder.
And no thunderstorm this time.
Oh, I love a good thunderstorm. When I lived in Colorado, that was something I missed the most. Was actual green trees, number one. And number two, they don't have thunderstorms. It's
Really?
it's like a weird, just like a rain, like a spring rain.
Mm-hmm.
There's no thunder, no lightning. I'm like, give me a good storm, So,
Well, I don't know if you saw any of the photos from Northern Illinois, but they had beautiful lightning
I
videos
did.
and
I saw-
photos on the Facebook on the Illinois Storm community pages and stuff. Beautiful, beautiful shots.
I saw a video from Naperville.
Yes,
And
yes.
it was really cool.
Just a big light show.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
So are you kind of a meteorologist at heart? You love
no.
love weather and stuff like that?
I love the imagery of the lightning and the storm clouds and looking up at the clouds and trying to figure out what they're doing. And
See, so you a little
I
bit.
enjoy that,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
but I'm not. I took one class of meteorology in college, and I skipped a lot of those classes.
Did you?
It was very good. So.
Yeah.
I remember helping a friend with his in college. He was in that class, A class. And I mean, it was so over my head. There's so much that actually goes
there's a
into
lot.
predicting the weather. And we give them all such a hard time when they're they're wrong. But
Well, there's a class on that. When you go to meteorology school,
Yeah.
there's a class.
Obviously,
You're going to be wrong, so here's a class on how to make yourself look right, even when you're wrong.
Right. we had a meteorologist from Nutrient Ag Solutions come to our farm finance forum here a few weeks ago, and he talked about they can predict out pretty good, like 9 to 10 days. That's why you always see a 10-day forecast.
Right.
But he said once you get past 10 days, he says it's barely 50-50
Wow.
on their ability to predict the weather.
I believe that. And the fact that they can even get somewhat close on 10 days is
and
impressive to me.
I mean, well, think about it. I mean, if you play basketball, if you hit 50% of your three-point shots, you're going to make a lot of money.
Yeah.
If you're a batter, if you're playing baseball,
If you
what,
hit half the balls
300?
batted to you, I mean, you're going to make a whole lot of money.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah, for sure. Oh, goodness.
There are guys in the Bobcat baseball team out there, and even on the FCHS baseball team, they're going, man, if I could hit 500, I could pick where I want to go.
Pretty much. Right
and
there,
they
take it.
would pick Frontier Community College.
Yeah,
Come
well, I
on.
think so.
Obviously, yeah. No. Okay, let's get into it. So Doug Anderson is with the Wayne County Farm Bureau. You have many hats like most of us do, but that's kind of your main thing here in Fairfield. I just wanted to kind of start with how long have you worked there, and why did you start working there? What's your background? Are you
So
a farmer?
You're asking me my age on the very first question.
Yes,
Okay.
yeah. How old are you, and what's your weight?
I have been with Farm Bureau now for 25 years.
Really?
Long time.
Wow.
Yeah, this is the 25th year.
Okay. So
So-
you worked there when my sister-in-law, Samantha Vaughn, was
Yeah,
working over
absolutely.
so
Yeah, sure, I remember
she's an
Sam.
avid watcher of RJ on the Air. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, she worked there for a long time. In the other office, but So 25 years. And what's the basis of the Farm Bureau? Like, what do you guys do? What's your main mission, your main goal?
Obviously, to represent farmers and agriculture would be the overriding mission goal. But, we've been around now in Wayne County for 102 years.
Wow.
I think
Your annual dinner.
meeting's coming up next week, so 102nd annual meeting.
Yeah.
So Illinois Farm Bureau is a few years ahead of us. So they started in 1916. So,
wow.
really, we've been around for a long time. But, the original goal was farmers coming together to basically collectively find a better way to farm. So whether it be through information, through marketing of their grain and their products that they produce, but then also on the supply side, being able to come together and cooperatively purchase fuel and cooperative purchase seed and fertilizer, and that's why we have our affiliate companies. We have obviously what eventually became Growmark, or now Wabash Valley Service Companies, the member co-op here. So they're a Farm Bureau affiliate that came out of that original discussions 100 years ago. And then of course Country Financial, they started as really a fire insurance company for farmers, as a risk against fire. So but yeah, those are our two big affiliates. But again, we're really just out here to represent agriculture, to be the voice of agriculture to the public, to our legislators in Springfield and Washington, D.C., and then also to the other communities that are involved in agriculture. So it could be the business community, it could be foreign governments with international trade, it could be just the non-farm consumer that we try to reach with positive information and accurate information about food and fiber. So
that's what I was going to mention. So I'm a Farm Bureau member.
Thank you.
And I have Country Financial insurance, and that's a perk with Country Financial is you do get your membership, I believe, free, or it's in your plan or whatever.
It's not free, but
it's in your plan. It's included.
They bill you for us.
Yeah, there you go. But it's such a beneficial thing. There's so many, as a non-farmer, there's still so many benefits that come from being a Farm Bureau member. I didn't know if you wanted to chat about those at all, or how other people can join.
Well, the first thing I ask people is, do you eat food?
Yeah.
Do you wear clothes? Because if you do, then agricultural impacts you in your daily life.
Definitely.
And that's a message we take home to everybody, not just adults, but kids too, through our Ag in the Classroom program. But we are all impacted by agriculture in some way every single day of our lives. So again, food we eat, the clothes we wear, the fuel we put in our car, has some ethanol in it, which comes from corn. So everything that we do on a daily basis is impacted by agriculture in some way. So whether or not you're an actual row crop farmer or raise livestock or not, you still have a stake, or agriculture still has a stake in your life, and it should be very important to you in your life. So, so we have a lot of members who are not farmers. They're associate members, but they either believe in the mission of Farm Bureau, or they want to use one of our benefits, like you mentioned, and one of those being Country Financial, or preferred rates with Country Financial Insurance.
I'll tell you what, Country Financial Insurance is, I think, some of the best going.
It is. You do pay a premium price a little bit, but I think you get premium products and premium service. And the reps that we have here in Wayne County do an outstanding job in working with their clients and fighting for their clients.
Yeah, we have had Country Financial for 25, 30 years, and I've never had an issue.
Yeah.
Never.
Yeah.
It's always been the adjuster shows up, looks at it, and goes, "Here's your check. If that doesn't cover it, call me."
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah. They're great. And there's also discounts on certain hotels. Don't you have different affiliates throughout?
The Wyndham Hotel Group, Choice Hotels, Drury Hotels. There's usually 10 to 20% discount on all those, and all of the major car rental companies.
Yes.
We've got discounts through all of them, 20 to 30% on those. And there's other benefits, basically anything related to travel. So we have a discount program called Travel Sherlock, and you can to app or website, and you can put information in there if you're traveling, and all of your airfare and hotels and car, all that stuff is through there, and you can get discounts for being a Farm Bureau member. We have another platform called Abenity that members can access, and there's literally 300,000 plus discounts all across the nation. And if you have the app on your phone and you're traveling, it will ping you if there's discounts in your area. And basically any of your big box stores or restaurants or again, hotel chains or movie theaters or concert tickets or, Jiffy Lube or, whatever it might be in your area, there's a discounts through Benedy too. So
that's really cool. I need to download that app because I definitely am not utilizing all the benefits that we can get.
Neither am I.
Yeah. So thank you for that.
You're welcome. Yeah, you just search Illinois Farm Bureau, and there's one of the apps is a membership benefit app. So
Illinois Farm Bureau, are there farm bureaus in other states? Is it a nationwide program?
Yeah, there is. There's farm bureaus in every state, as well as Puerto Rico. So the American Farm Bureau Federation is set up a little bit differently than Illinois Farm Bureau. So with them being a federation, they represent, I believe it's like 6 million farm and ranch families across the U.S., but their members are the state farm bureaus. So AFBF has 51 members.
Right.
50 state farm bureaus plus Puerto Rico are members of the American Farm Bureau Federation. And then Illinois Farm Bureau is set up as an association with counties. So when you join the County Farm Bureau, you're also joining the Illinois Farm Bureau at the same time.
Okay.
And Illinois Farm Bureau has around 400,000 members or so, give or take. And but we are the 5th largest state farm bureau in the nation as far as membership goes. But because of the success of our affiliate companies, specifically Country Financial and Wabash Valley Service Company and some of the other investments that the state organization has made over the years, we actually in Illinois have a bigger operational budget than the American Farm Bureau Federation does.
Wow.
So we are able to do more things for our members, more programs, more activities, represent them better in Springfield and D.C. Than a lot of state farm bureaus can. And
that's impressive.
The other advantage we have here in Illinois is we have a professional staff person in every county, whereas a lot of states don't. They might have one professional staff person for maybe 7 counties or 8 counties or 10 counties that work with, again, county farm bureau boards, but it's all more volunteer driven at the county level instead of having professional staff there to help administer the programs.
And I think that's so important. That's a great little claim to fame because you in Wayne County you're the face of, and we know who to go to, and and just having that presence in the county is huge. Not trying to spread yourself thin over 6-7 counties.
Right.
I think that's
exactly.
That is great. First of all, Samantha says, "Hey, Doug."
Haha. Hi, Samantha.
And she said those hotel rates were my favorite part of being a Farm Bureau member.
And here I thought I was getting to see my face.
Right. Rude.
Wow.
So we kind of chatted about it, but the 102nd annual meeting is coming up.
Next week.
Thursday, March 7th. They have until, when was the deadline to register for that?
Probably yesterday.
Okay.
I mean, since it's an annual meeting for the members, if there's some members that still would like to come, let us know that you're coming, and I'm sure we'll have enough food for you.
Yeah, give them a call, 842-3342. And that's going to be at the First Christian Church here in Fairfield at 5:30. So, give them a call today if you want to come. We chatted about this before we were on air, but you have an ag technology update coming up Tuesday, March 12th. Now, is that something, an ag technology update, is that something you try to do monthly, try to do quarterly? This is just a special event?
Special event, one-time program, and we're working with Carter Turf and Tractor here in town, and they are actually going to start being a dealer for agri-spray drones. And so Nate Carter and I are working together to try to get some information out to farmers in the area about that specific product, but also how they themselves can become legal or become certified to commercially operate a drone on their farm to do some spraying. So we've got an individual coming in, Jordan Sayer with Agri-Spray Drones is going to be our featured speaker. Of course, we'll have lunch. When we meet, we eat with Farm Bureau. So we'll have lunch first.
I like that.
And then Jordan will kind of go through some of the benefits and features of using your own spray drones on your farm. And then he's actually going to do a live demonstration out there at the fairgrounds too with some products. So if you haven't seen spray drones in action, it's really quite impressive what they can do.
When I was looking it up yesterday, I was thinking drones, and I was thinking just to do a flyover and see the land, or to see kind of what's going on. But this is actually to spray. That's really cool.
So there's different sizes, obviously, but they have an 8-gallon, 10-gallon spray tank on there, and when you're spraying with the drone, a lot of times, a lot of farmers or even commercial companies will have multiple drones going at one time. So they might have one that's actually doing the spraying. They've got one that is on the truck getting refueled, and they've got another one that's coming back, getting ready to land to go through that process. And when I say refueled, more product put in the tank, swapping batteries out, at the same time.
Right.
So they literally could have 2, 3, or 4 drones going at any given time, and it's just a constant operation.
That's something that could really be a cost saver to a lot of farmers.
There's a lot of advantages to it. I mean, there's some initial upfront cost, and there's obviously some training there too. But one of the advantages we see is that the ground doesn't have to be dry for you to spray, right? Or if it's muddy, you really don't want to be taking land-based sprayers through your field and mudding in tracks, and so it gives you a lot more flexibility on when you can spray your fields, for one. Two, you're putting less product on overall on the field, which is a cost savings for the farmer, but it's also has an environmental benefit there as well. And then we have some great farm supply companies here in Wayne County. We're blessed to have a little bit of competition and multiple options for farmers, but even they get busy sometimes. So the timing of application is really important for farmers, and by you having your own spray drone system where you can get out there and spray, you can spray your field the day that it needs to be sprayed, and you're not on a list waiting for someone else to come in and do that for you. So
that is so neat. What a cool opportunity. And I love that the Wayne County Farm Bureau, I feel like you guys focus on, you kind of mentioned it, but like helping farmers keep up with technology, educating them, showing them how they can better their business as a whole, and not necessarily cut corners, but become more efficient as a farm. So it doesn't have to work smarter, not harder, right?
Exactly. The days of farmers just running a 4-bottom plow are definitely over. So
are you picking that up?
I am.
Yeah.
Technical difficulties. One second. I don't know if we're crossing lines somewhere. Oh. Yep, I think that one.
It's going away.
It's getting a little better. Sorry, guys. Your phone is touching that wire. That's what's doing it. And we're back. Yeah.
So, but farmers nowadays, I mean, the amount of technology available to them to use is just mind-boggling. I mean, you have farmers that can literally run their irrigation pivots using their cell phones and get alerts on, if a pivot gets stuck in the field or is taking to, something happens, they get alerts on their phones. They can go check it, and they can turn them on and off and change rates and times and whatnot. And you've got, obviously there's auto steer on tractors that use GPS technology that can, literally get down to within inches of where that tractor needs to be in the field. And where farmers can, they no longer have to use a sidearm on a planter or a disc, to get a nice straight row in their field. They're using GPS technology to plant and field mapping and be able to use variable rate technology on fertilizer, in different parts of the field, because different soil types and different soil structures don't need the same amount of fertilizer as others do, so they can reduce the amount of product they're putting on their field based on the actual soils that are there. And so there's just I can go on and on and on.
I know.
There's just tons of technology out there available for farmers.
And I think it's something that a lot of people don't think about. Like you mentioned, where, food is a part of all of our lives. And it's like how, a lot of people don't think about how it got here and the work that goes into it and the technology that goes into it and the money that goes into it. And we all I've complained on here about how expensive food is right now. The cost has went up, but the cost of everything has went up, right? And fuel and all of that is a factor in the farmers and what they can sell their stuff for, and supply chain. It just keeps going up and up and up.
Comparatively around the world, we still have the cheapest food in the United States.
Really, Illinois?
Well, not just Illinois, but the United States on average.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Before the inflation, I mean, I haven't looked at numbers recently, but 15 to 19% of our disposable income was spent on food, roughly, and you compare that to other countries around the world, and they're 30, 40, 50% of their income is spent on food. So food is still relatively cheap in the U.S. compared to a lot of other countries around the world.
And I'm sure places like Hawaii kind of jack that percentage up as well, right?
Probably so.
Which reminds me of our question of the day.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it. Our question of the day. I wasn't going to get into it yet, but Hawaii was on my mind.
Just go ahead and mention it.
Yeah, the question of the day is, if you could travel anywhere in the world, all expenses paid, where would you go? And, my husband and I were sitting there talking about it last night, and I was like, where would you go? And, I mean, what did he say? He said Hawaii so fast. He said it so fast. And I was like, you're not even going to think about it? And he's like, but you always hear flights are so expensive there. Gallon of milk. I mean, I remember hearing back in the day it was $5 for a gallon of milk.
Who knows what it is today?
Right, here we are paying almost that now. So it's like, it's probably $25 a gallon. But that would, they don't offer all inclusive in Hawaii, So he's like, that would be a good place to go. And I was sitting there thinking of it. I was like, I've always wanted to go to Malaysia or like just these different unique places. And I was like, but I kind of am going with him on the Hawaii thing because you always just hear how expensive it is. So we'll get back to that and read some more answers later. But I wanted to talk about Howl the Moon coming up March 16th at Willow Creek Venue. Yes.
Mark's excited.
Oh my gosh. It's always such a fun time. And this isn't typically when you do it, right? This is
last year we did it in July,
right?
And we heard a lot of people say, you know what, the end of July is just such a busy time for a lot of people. They're trying to hit last minute vacations and
go to the river, go to the lake,
It's right in that time span. Summer ball, baseball,
right?
Baseball. Yep. They end right about the late June. Then you got about a 3 or 4 week window there, and then you have to start getting ready for school.
Yeah.
So I mean, so there's a lot of folks that go on vacation.
There is.
So they listened. You voiced your concerns, and they listened. And it's March 16th. Mm-hmm. So come out, get your tickets. $30 each, or a table 8 for $200.
Yes.
And exciting.
We're getting close. We planned on selling 300 tickets.
Yeah.
And I think yesterday Pam told me we only have like 40 tickets.
Oh my gosh.
So we
I need to get mine.
Sold out. Yeah.
Because around here, typically people wait till the very last minute to get theirs too. So you're going to get
on
a
this
last
one,
minute.
they're not going to get to go.
Yeah,
so,
you better get last minute is now.
Full.
This year, you're doing an all-you-can-eat nacho bar.
I know,
I'm
right?
so
that's
excited.
Something that's new. So yeah, La Fuente Mexican restaurant here east of town is helping us out with that. So in the past, we've done some dinner options where if you wanted to come eat ahead of time, we could, but it was an extra charge.
Right.
It was kind of a hassle for some people to have not only the show ticket price, but then the dinner ticket price too, and keeping all that straight and figuring out how much food that we need to cook, because some people would want to come and pay then and not pay in advance. And so the folks we were using for food were having a hard time getting a good count. So this year we just decided, you know what, all you can eat nacho bar. It's included in the ticket price.
Yes.
So if you want to eat nachos, come out. There'll be nacho fountain. There'll be beef. There'll be pork. There'll be load it all up however you want.
Nacho fountain.
So nacho cheese.
Nacho cheese fountain.
And
I mean, all my dreams coming true. That'll be fun.
It's gonna be fun.
So doors open at 7. You can come out and start eating at 7. Show is from 8 to 11. Mm-hmm. Must be 21 or older. And you can get your tickets online. Wayne County Farm Bureau, WCFB.com.
WayneCFB.com.
Wayne CFB. I have it right on some of these and not that one. WayneCFB.com. Go check that out or call Pam up at the office.
At the office. That's the easiest way.
Or pop in.
Pop in. Tuesday through Thursday, we're open to the public, so at the office, so stop in and get your tickets. And it's going to be a good time. It's a fundraiser for the Young Knitter Committee. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the Young Knitter Committee does a few different projects throughout the year. They do a safety day. They do some FFA impact grants. They also do a scholarship, which we'll talk about scholarships here in a little bit. Yep. But this is a fundraiser for the committee to be able to do some of those things that they do here in the community, and basically giving back to the community.
Yeah.
So, and when you're at Howl at the Moon, obviously the way it works is if you want to hear your song played, you make a request, but you put a tip with it. Know, and the bigger the tip, the more likely your song will get played. And the nice thing about working with the Howl to Go crew is all of those tips that people give come back to the Young Leader Committee. So we get to keep 100% of all those tips.
Really? So, I never knew that.
I did not know that. That's really cool.
That is really cool. It is so much fun. I went last year, Jen and Jansen. It was during the summer, so they couldn't get a lot of their people to come because they were at the lake or the river or whatever. Mm-hmm. So they're like, "Hey, we got an extra seat if you want to come." And I had an absolute blast. Yeah,
it's a lot of fun.
I requested my humps.
Did they play it?
I don't think so. I don't think my tip was big enough. But then I requested Afro Man, and I gave a bigger tip, and I dedicated that to Jansen Vaughn. Take us back to the high school days. Afro Man was always on his radio in the Mustang back in the day. So, but
Jen
it's a
and
good
Jansen,
time.
they have both been huge supporters of Help Them In for year after year after year.
Yes.
They're always, house sponsors for all of their businesses here in town that they have, and so we really appreciate their support.
I was gonna say I didn't print off the list of sponsors. Do you have them, or do you want to give a shout out to them? You can pull them up.
I'm going to pull them up on my phone here on the website. That's because it's probably the easiest way
I know.
to do it.
I meant to write it on there, but I did
of them.
see the Vaughns were on there as a sponsor.
They are. So we had 2 sponsorship levels this year. We had house sponsors, which included a table, as well.
Oh,
so,
okay.
Vaughn Equipment, of course, Patty and Josh. I mean, they're always big supporters of this event. Obviously, we have it out at Willow Creek, which is their venue. So, so Vaughn Equipment Incorporated, VEI, they're a sponsor again this year. Fairfield National Bank is a house sponsor. They've again supported us every single year that we've had this by buying at least one, if not multiple, tables for their employees and their customers. So we appreciate the folks at FNB. Vaughn's Diesel Repair is a supporter. Fairfield Banking Company is a supporter every year as well. So thank you to them. Growls and Meows Vet Clinic up there in Sicily.
Really?
Yeah. So they the last, I think this is the 3rd year maybe that they've been a house sponsor with us. So they always have a table for their employees to come out. And so we appreciate them. People's National Bank here in town is a sponsor. Hayes Plumbing, Heating, Cooling. So Clint is on our Young Leader Committee as well. So Clint's always a big supporter of Help the Moon, and we appreciate Clint. Burnt Prairie Fertilizer is a sponsor. Vaughn's Tire, the Vaughn family is very, very supportive. Nutrient Ag Solutions, Country Financial, Wabash Valley Service Company. Eagle Supply Company is a new sponsor this year. I think they're under new ownership.
Yes, they are.
If I'm thinking right. So we appreciate them being a new Help the Moon sponsor. Mid-Illinois Equipment Sales up in Montrose. So they're actually is another trucking dealership that Josh Vaughn owns. And so Mid-Illinois Equipment is a new sponsor this year, so appreciate their support. New Gen Concrete. So another new business here in town out there by on Industrial Drive. I think they're
the old Walmart.
They're building a new facility out there.
Yeah.
So we appreciate them. Walker Heavy Equipment Repair, they're a new sponsor this year. Well Bar and Grill, so they bought the
Gatsby's.
new Gatsby's. Yeah. So he's
Tim Legg.
So he decided to sponsor this year to
Very
support
cool.
his business, and then Napa here in town, Fairfield.
Yeah,
so
they're always great to support local as well.
They are.
Well, thank you to all of the sponsors, because it's definitely a fun event to have here in Fairfield. And it's always a good time. So 40 tickets left, y'all. Call Pam first thing Tuesday morning and get your tickets, because you don't want to wait till the last minute. I want to talk really fast. Vaughn Equipment, you just had a recent event there. It looked like a huge success, and it was called Rules for the Road.
We did, yeah. So we try to do that program every other year.
Okay.
The last time we did it, we used Midwest Truckers Association. We partnered with them too to help provide the information. But basically, it's a way for us to update farmers as well as commercial for-hire operators of semi-trucks just on the changes to the rules and regulations that are going on out there related to commercial driving. And there's a lot going on there that folks have to remember to do to stay legal on the roads.
Yeah.
And this year we partnered with Illinois Farm Bureau, and they Rodney Knittel up there is the Senior Director of Transportation for Illinois Farm Bureau, and he provided the information, but he also brought with him a gentleman from the Illinois State Police and also from the Illinois Department of Transportation too, so they could help answer farmers' questions. But we appreciate the support from Josh Vaughn and his team there at VEI, and as being our host location for it, and they provided a semi-truck too that we could do an inspection there with DOT and State Police did. And
it looks like you ate.
We did. Like I said, we eat. So
I saw food.
But I think we had about 90 or so farmers turn out for the program part, and Josh used it also as kind of an appreciation lunch for his customers too. So we ended up serving about 175 or so for lunch.
Wow.
That day. So yeah, it was a really good event.
I mean, that shows a lot, honestly, about what you're doing and the quality of services that you're providing for that many people to show up. Listen, I'm involved in a lot of things, and I have a lot of events, and sometimes I'm excited if I get 5 people. You know what I mean? It's like, sometimes, what am I doing this for? But you obviously have been here for a long time, and you're providing a great service as the Wayne County Farm Bureau. So we appreciate you and all you do. Let's chat about the scholarships really fast. Deadline is today for these. You have the Wayne County Farm Bureau Foundation Collegiate Scholarship and the Community Impact Grant. The first one, the Wayne County Farm Bureau Foundation Collegiate Scholarship, 8 $750 scholarships and one $1,000 scholarship. And that's for Wayne County students, obviously, who plan on going to college in the fall 2024, and they are majoring in an ag-related field of study, correct?
Which is a very loose term.
Yeah, right. That can incorporate a lot of different.
It can. So, we talked a little bit ago about how agriculture touches so many different areas of our lives, and that also is education too. So if we've had some scholarship winners in the past who have gone into nursing, but their career goals are to work in a rural atmosphere, a place like Wayne County.
Yeah.
So, for us, obviously farmers need doctors and nurses too. So, so we've had some nursing students apply before. We've had people who might want to go and be, into the welding field. Well, obviously, again, that's an area that, impacts agriculture. And so we want to support those students. And we've had people that have gone into diesel repair work. So those are just a few of the other areas. Finance. We've had some people that want to do, broadcast journalism or some kind of communications.
Right.
But again, as long as their career goals are somehow tied back to agriculture in some way, that we'll consider them for a scholarship.
Because the Illinois Farm Bureau has a radio network.
Yes, we
That's
do.
what I was
RFD.
going to say.
That's right.
And I thought of immediately Greg Zerlini. He's in Missouri, but he has a huge podcast that's like ag and, kind of related. There's a whole network out there for it, and there's a need for it. So if in doubt, if your major will apply, give you or pay him a call or apply, because it's due today.
The application's on the website.
Yes.
So WayneCFB.com/scholarship. If you go there, you can apply online, and since it's all online, you have until midnight tonight to get your application.
11:59. Get it in. Yeah. And then the other one I wanted to talk about was the Community Impact Grant, and that's due today as well. And that the submitting individual or organization must be based in Wayne County or have operations in a county. So examples include school clubs, youth groups, civic organizations, churches, 4-H clubs, food banks, FFA chapters, fraternities, sororities, etc. I did notice, too, it says projects that have a lasting multi-year impact will be favored over those with a short-term impact. So to explain, can you give us any past winner examples of what kind of, what you're looking for here with this grant?
Yeah, we've been doing this now for quite a few years. So thinking back to some of the projects, we've contributed funds to help build the greenhouse out here at Fairfield High School.
Oh, cool.
That was many, many years ago. We've done smart boards in the high schools. Last year, we had some funds to redo the signage, the landscaping around the signage at Mount Airy Grade School.
Okay.
That was a project. Trying to think. We've done the beef scale for the 4-H program out here at the fairgrounds. That was a project one year. We did some work last year with it's either last year or the year before, with the fire department up there at Sisney. I believe they installed some additional security cameras and stuff around their fire department facility, and so that was an impact grant that we did. We did some software updates for the North Wayne Ambulance Service that they use to help their folks to be able to know where to go with their ambulance. So that was an impact grant that we've done. And it's wide range. Wide range of stuff over the years.
So if you have any projects, and individuals can apply as well, or it's mostly...
They can if they're like a representative of something larger, some kind of larger group.
Yeah.
So whether it be a civic group or a church group or a 4-H club or an FFA chapter or a school or...
something like that.
Something,
So grant requests should range from $250 to $2,500 and can cover up to 50% of the project expenses, correct?
Yeah, and that's a new provision this year that the board added in. And there's been some projects in the past where obviously we get more requests than we have grant funds available.
Yeah.
And so we're not able to give the full request.
Yeah.
And the project then was just scaled back to just be what we
yeah,
funded. So this
right.
year they put that in there that we'll pay 50% of the projected cost, because we don't want to fund 100% of the project. We want to be a partner. So,
right.
And we're fine if a group wants to go out and get other partners too to supplement whatever our grant is to make the project happen. That's 100%.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
100% fine. So
yeah, you just want to help out any way you can. I love that.
So
cool. Well, be sure to follow Wayne County Farm Bureau on Facebook. They are very active. They put all their events on there, so you can stay up to date with those upcoming events and then see what's going on, scholarships, and reach out to Doug or Pam and see what it takes to, or become a Farm Bureau member. There's lots of benefits, and obviously it's something very important in our community. We would, not be a whole lot without our farmers around here.
Yeah.
Like they carry our economy quite a bit. So farmers and small businesses, you know what I mean?
Hey, something else I wanted to mention also. I want you to talk about a little bit. You've got a bus trip coming up, right?
we do.
Going up to Effingham. Right?
Effingham here in April to see Etta May. So,
And,
which
Southern Fried Chicks?
Southern Fried Chicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I have always wanted to see them.
So I wasn't familiar with her until I started researching, stuff, and really this kind of came about last year. We went up and we saw John Michael Montgomery at the Performance Center. So the board was trying to sponsor some programs. Originally, was to target our female members. We do a lot of programs and projects to farmers, and yes, we have some female farmers too. But you look around the room at those like the Rules for the Road program, and 90% are men.
Right.
So we have members that we wanted to try to target with some programming that was directed towards the female members, and so they said, well, let's start doing some bus trips to different events. And so we actually last year we did a survey, and we listed events out at Effingham Performance Center, and then also there's a performance center down in Marion, or some kind of a theater place, and then also we did the theater out in St. Louis. Fox Theater.
Yeah, I was going to say. I thought
so we looked at all their events, and we did a survey for people. Hey, which would you like to go to? And did like a top 5. And then we looked at the timing of the year and the cost per ticket, what we thought people would be able to pay. And so last year we went to John Michael Montgomery, and had a great trip, great event. This year we chose to go back to Effingham. I don't know if you've been up there, but it's a great facility.
It's amazing.
Beautiful.
I saw a comedian there.
There's no bad seat in the entire theater.
There really isn't.
It really is great.
And it's affordable.
Yes.
And
they bring in some really good events.
They do.
They have a season long, all kinds of stuff going on. But anyway, so Etta May was coming, and we thought, you know what, that's something different. It's a comedy show. I think she's been seen on Comedy Central, and so we thought that might be fun, So it's Friday, April the 5th, and we know we're conflicting with Little Texas out here at the fairgrounds, and for what it's worth, we had our tickets bought before that event was announced, so we apologize to the chamber for being over the top of their event. Sometimes that
we'll
happens.
forgive you.
But our bus trip includes dinner at Niemerg's restaurant there in Effingham. So it's dinner and a show, and we drive you.
Love that.
$85 for members. And we charge a little bit more if you're not a member, obviously, but we want to have a benefit for our members. But $85 for members, we'll get a ticket for you to go see the show. So
that's very cool. I love that you guys do that. And
very affordable.
Yeah.
I think so.
For a Friday night out. And you don't have to drive.
Includes dinner, includes the show. You don't have to drive. We'll drop you off right there at the front of the theater, right at the entrance.
That.
And you go in, and the seats are good seats.
Yep.
And so.
Very cool. Well, and they can find out more on Facebook about that, or by calling or stopping in the Farm Bureau office, which is located by the courthouse, behind the courthouse, on the north side of the courthouse.
Over there on
the jail.
Court Street.
Next to the jail.
Yep, that's right.
You know where the jail is.
Just
you'll be able
in
to find
case.
us.
Just in case, yeah. All right, we're going to head into a recap of our local sports for the week. We had no Mules games, no Mule Nation games. It's been weird.
Oh, it has been weird.
We don't know what to do with ourselves, but we did have...
Well, we found something.
Yeah, we did. We always do. Last Saturday, 2/24, we had Bobcats baseball versus Lake Michigan College. Mark was on the call on that.
Saturday and Sunday this past weekend, and it was a hitting fest.
Hitting fest.
Yeah,
Let's see. They won 17-7 and 15-1
Wow.
on Saturday.
And they won big on Sunday as
11-1 and 10-0.
Yeah.
So was that the 10-run rule
Yep,
in
10-run
the
rule.
second? So
All 4 games went 10 runs.
God love them. They drove all the way down from Lake Michigan, and they got stomped.
I mean, it's close to Kalamazoo, Michigan.
Oh,
wow. Way up there.
Oh.
Pretty far up there.
Well, we appreciate them coming down and playing the Bobcats because it is a long haul. But congratulations to the Bobcats on a very successful weekend.
Yeah.
And let's see, they are now 10-4 to start the season.
Uh-huh.
So
Good start.
That's the good buddy record.
yeah, 10-4, good buddy.
That's right.
So, and then last night, 2/29 was the home opener for the Bobcats softball team. And if you have not watched that, you can find it on YouTube. But those girls are hitters. Ooh. Oh my gosh, they can hit the ball.
That gave me a heart attack yesterday,
They,
twice.
yeah.
Was the ball coming at your head?
No, it was. We're sitting there. Okay, they're up 6-1 going into the 7th inning. Well, St. Charles comes back, scores 5. Ties the score.
Oh.
So the Bobcats come to bat in the bottom of the 7th, get a run for the win. Abby Cunningham with the game-winning hit.
Yeah.
And then in the second game,
yeah.
we come to the 6th inning. St. Charles scores 5 or 4.
Yeah, I was gonna
and
say
it's
it was
6-5.
5-4.
Yeah, 5-4.
Whatever.
Yeah, 5-4. And so they come up in the 7th inning. St. Charles gets a double with 1 out. The girl for St. Charles hits 1 out to center field. The center fielder, A.J. Hollowell, makes a running catch. The girl at second for St. Charles takes off for third, and A.J. guns her down at third, and the game is over.
Oh, wow. Exciting.
That was exciting.
So
That's
we called the FCHS Lady Mules volleyball team the Heart Attack Kids or Cardiac Kids. We may have to pass that name on to the Bobcat softball team if this continues, girls. But congratulations to them on the sweep as well against St. Charles Community College yesterday. They improved 4-3-1. 4-3-1.
Yep, 4-3-1.
All right. And I got to give a shout out for this. So we've done a final, just big push. I told the athletes at Frontier Community College, if we can get to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube, I will take you all out to La Fuente. Free plug there for Danny. I'm going to take you all out, or we may have to eat here. We may we may fill up the entire La Fuente. I said, get me to 1,000 subscribers by the end of day 2/29. By golly, they did it. We gained probably
about 100 yesterday.
100 yesterday, 400
Yeah.
when I started this, maybe 500 since I started this a month ago, 3 weeks ago. So shout out to them. You offer them a free meal, and they are on it.
They delivered.
They delivered, no pun intended. But thank you to the coaches and the athletes for that push. We're at 1,000 subscribers, actually 1,025 last I checked. And I mean, thank you guys for subscribing. Watch a game, see how good these kids are, and the coaches, they all put in a lot of hard work. And we just want to share them with the community. They're great kids. We have felt so welcomed by the Mule Nation community, but Bobcat Nation has just opened their arms to us.
Absolutely.
And every time we go, we show up, and there's, now there's a hot water maker, so we can have coffee and hot chocolate, hot tea while we're there.
There was a space heater up there on Sunday
afternoon. They bring space heaters. They bring blankets. I say it's a magic microphone. If I say, man, I sure wish I would have wore socks today because my dumb butt didn't put any on. Next thing I know, someone shows up with a pair of socks. I mean, they are the most welcoming people, and they're so appreciative of Bobcat Nation, and we are so thankful for them. So if you haven't subscribed yet, subscribe to Bobcat Nation and check out a game or two. And if you can, come out and watch them in person, too, because it's a lot of
tomorrow
fun.
afternoon.
Yep.
Southwest Park, noon and 2. The Bobcat softball team hosts Wren Lake. First region game. First conference game.
Okay. Yeah, Rend Lake, that'll be a good one. And then Thursday, we'll be back out at F&B Field for Bobcats baseball versus Shawnee Community College at 2. I believe it's just a single game. I'm not sure.
I believe so.
But Thursday, 3-7.
I got to talk to you about that, though.
Okay.
Because, I'm involved with something else that night.
Oh, okay.
And I'm not sure that I'll be able to make the baseball game and make the other thing.
Oh, no, you're fine. I got other people.
Okay.
Just as long as I don't have to do play-by-play, we are good. Okay, let's go into some local events really fast. I'm going to turn your mics down. We'll give you a break from the camera. All right, tonight, tomorrow, and Sunday, FCHS Drama presents Into the Woods. You can find out more on Fairfield Community High School's Facebook page, or call the high school about that. But go out and support the local students in the drama club. They are always a lot of fun to go and see. We have the sourdough bread workshop coming up tomorrow. This is number 2 with the Humble Homestead, Drianna Manahan. She does a full workshop of all things sourdough and get you started on your sourdough journey. That's from 1 to 3 p.m. at RJ on Main in Fairfield. Then, let's see, Sunday, March 3rd from 4 to 6, we're doing a hat decorating party. And this is kind of leading up to the murder mystery dinner next Saturday night, the murder at the Derby. But we're going to be decorating hats for the Derby, but you can also come up, say you want to decorate a hat for Easter, bring your kids up. We can decorate some hats. It'll be a good time. We're just going to do $10 charge, bring your own hat. All other supplies will be provided, and we will have some snacks and drinks, because if we meet, we eat. Speaking of, 102nd annual meeting coming up for the Wayne County Farm Bureau on March 7th. Be sure and call an RSVP ASAP Tuesday morning if you want to attend that. 5:30 p.m. on March 7th at the First Christian Church. Murder at the Derby coming up 3/9 at the Wayne County Fairgrounds and the Floral Hall. We are sold out on that event. So if you guys missed out this time, but hopefully you can make it to the next one. I love them. I can't wait till I can sit and enjoy one, but until then, I'll work them. Quincy Riley's Benefit Run coming up on March 16th. This is a poker run, and it looks like they're going to start at the VFW in Flora. $10 per person. Go out and help the family of Quincy Riley earn some funds, because their medical expenses and everything going on from that unexpected accident, they need some help. So go out and support him. On March 16th, 2024, 1 p.m. at RJ on Main, Desires of Your Heart Wellness is doing a herb seminar and make and take event. You can find out on desiresofyourheartwellness.com or desiresofyourheartwellness.com and their Facebook. You can find tickets for that. Howl the Moon we mentioned, but that is coming up on March 16th as well. 7 p.m., less than 40 tickets left. Get in there, get your tickets. Saturday, March 23rd, we have an Easter egg coloring workshop coming up at RJ on Main. Drianna Manahan is doing that. Farm fresh eggs. She blows them out, gets all the egg out of them, and so they're keepsakes that you can have forever. So it's going to be a fun little workshop here. And then cannot go on without mentioning Solar Eclipse Fairfield, Illinois. The big concert on April 5th. Little Texas will be at the Wayne County Fairgrounds. Those tickets are online. We just launched a website this week so we can make it easier for everyone to find out what's happening that weekend in Fairfield. You can go to SolarEclipseFairfield2024.com and get your tickets for that and find out what to do, what to eat, where to shop, all the fun things. So, welcome back. What were you saying?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It'll be a good time. But also don't forget about the bus trip for the Wayne County Farm Bureau. If you'd rather go to a comedian that night, I don't blame you. But I'm excited to have Little Texas in town. I mean, I know they're a has-been band or whatever. But if that doesn't take you back to your childhood or you guys might be a little older than me.
Yeah, a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
It takes me back to
She's mentioned our age at least 3 times
I
in
know.
this broadcast.
Takes me back to the first time I retired.
That's great. It'll be a good time, though. I do want to say birthdays and anniversaries really fast. Happy birthday on Monday, 2/26 to Sarah Molt-Zonders. And happy anniversary to Brian and Amy Vaughn. Tuesday, 2/27. Happy birthday to Delaney Ellis, Jordan Atwood, and Timmy C. or Tim Cessna. Mm-hmm. Happy birthday on 2/28 to Darian Kincart, Jace Vaughn, and Jennifer McGuire Vaughn. I love that they share the same birthday, husband and wife. Happy birthday yesterday on February 29th, which is leap year, leap year birthday. Emily Robson has a leap year birthday. And, my old youth group leader, Nancy, she was a leap year baby too. But I just think that's so fun. I love it. You're born on a day that happens every 4 years. How cool.
So they're like 12 years old now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I was trying to explain it to my 6-year-old yesterday, and he's like, mind blown, I don't get it. Happy birthday today to Cynthia Steiner and Kim Hinkle. And then Sunday, 3/3, happy birthday to Brandon Chapman and Brittany Book. Happy birthday, everyone. If you have birthday or anniversary submissions, send them to claire@raylandjames.com or rjontheair.
Yeah, you can send them to me.
Send them to Mark. Just send them to us, please, so I don't have to use my Facebook friends for birthdays.
That is a handy tool.
It really is. It really
Love the
is.
reminders.
It's that and the Vaughn family calendar, which is like the entire Vaughn family. So it's pretty handy for this area to have.
Yeah.
I have the Vaughn family calendar. I'm like, well, I got 25% of the county at least covered.
Yeah.
But
somebody told me one time that you can't swing a cat and not hit a Simpson or a Vaughn if you're in Wayne County. So.
Probably about right.
Probably is. And I'm both. Okay, question of the day. You guys been thinking about your answers? If you could travel anywhere in the world, all expenses paid, where would you go?
How long are we staying?
Well, I had that thought too.
Is it just for a vacation or?
Yes.
Okay.
It's a vacation.
Permanently.
Yeah,
Permanent
right.
vacation.
I mean, you go on vacation. Yeah, that's true. I should have specified. You just stay there.
I don't know.
I'm kind of thinking like, can I do a train trip like across the United States? I think that'd be really cool. Get on, have you seen those where they go through like the Rockies?
Yeah.
And that'd be
Those
really
are
cool.
I'm thinking Alaska.
Okay.
I'd love to go to Alaska.
Cruise or fly in or just go and
cruise and then
explore.
Disembark and just hang out for a week or so and travel around to the different places. Things that I see on ice road truckers.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, that would be beautiful.
If I had to travel out of the country, probably a tour around Europe, maybe.
Okay. Mm-hmm. I could do that.
Say Italy was my choice. So,
okay.
Spend some time in Italy.
I like Italy.
Just get in a car and drive around and eat eat bread and
drink
wine and look at the art and the sculptures and the history
and the pasta and my gosh, that would be amazing.
So you're looking for a bus trip?
Well, maybe
the Aerobus. Christina Copeland said Fiji, which is not a horrible choice at all. Nicole Mitchell, Bora Bora. Sarah Wise said Italy. And her husband, my cousin Chris, toured in Italy when he was in the Navy. He spent some time there, so that would be cool for you guys to get to go and do together. Crystal Vaughn said Greece, which I love that idea as well. Mick or Denise McGuire said Australia. Janie McDowell said New Zealand. Ooh, Sammy Holmes, Thailand, to an elephant sanctuary.
That would be cool.
It's unique. Kayla Nichols, I love your answer. An Italy, Germany, Ireland tour. Let's get
all three.
I just should have put the world.
Yeah.
Send me around the world. We got another Fiji from Kayla Warren. Lizanne Woodrow said Scotland. I like that one too. Dina Smith Stout said the first place she ever wanted to travel was Greece, and she hasn't made it there yet, so that's where she would go. Go, Dina. And then Melissa Bradley said Greece as well. And Georgiana Fletcher said Ireland. I love Ireland. That's on like number 1 on my list. But it's affordable. You got to, dream big, Georgiana. Yeah. Dream big. Right. We can do Ireland. It's really kind of crazy how cheap it. I literally monitor the flights on Dublin because it'll go up to $1,000 a plane ticket, but it gets down to like $300-$400 sometimes a person. So I'm like, whenever that hits, I'm just going. I'm just like, sorry guys, figure it out. I'm going to Ireland for the weekend.
Depending on when your plane leaves.
Yeah, exactly. It's typically like you've got to book it right then and leave, and which is really hard as an adult with responsibilities.
You book it, get in the car, drive to St. Louis, get on the plane.
And hope you don't miss it. Yeah, for real. So, all right, Mark, you want to do some trivia questions? We got time?
I have got fruit and vegetable trivia.
Well, that's appropriate.
I like it.
All right.
I'm going to fail these, though.
Oh, you never know.
Get my pen ready.
You never know. All right, number 1. What is the most harvested vegetable in the world?
All right, we're going to write down our answers. I remember, this is how we used to do it. Okay, most harvested vegetable in the world. All right. Okay, what's
2.
number 2?
What vegetable is the main ingredient for sauerkraut?
Okay.
3. Healthcare professionals recommend eating how many portions of fruit and vegetables per day?
How many portions? And it's the same answer, or is it 2 different?
No, it's the same answer.
Okay. Fruits and vegetables a day.
All right. In Cinderella, the fairy godmother turns what vegetable into a carriage?
Okay.
Number 5. According to an old wives' tale, eating this vegetable will help you see in the dark.
Okay.
All right. What vegetable is known in several languages as an earth apple?
An earth apple. Okay. Yeah.
What country produces the most vegetables in the world, harvesting almost 600 million tons of produce each year? All right. Nope, there's a few more. What Illinois city is named after a Native American word for wild garlic?
Wild garlic.
City in Illinois. Okay, now fruit questions. All right.
Okay.
What's the most widely purchased fruit among U.S. consumers?
Okay.
Okay. What popular fruit came to the U.S. with the Pilgrims in the 1600s?
Popular fruit.
Yep.
'Cause I was going with like not popular things.
Yeah. What green fruit grown by Native Americans is the main ingredient in guacamole?
That's a fruit?
Yep.
Sure.
Apparently is.
Oh yeah, because it has a nut.
Right. What are dried grapes known as?
Delicious.
What fruit is the most common addition to pancakes? What fruit do you eat most with pancakes?
Okay.
On Thanksgiving, what fruit is made into a sauce to accompany the main dish?
Blech.
And a watermelon contains 92% of this.
Easy. Yeah. That's the one I got.
I'm sure you have more to that one.
Here we go.
All right.
What is the most harvested vegetable in the world?
I put potato.
I put beans.
It's actually corn.
Is it
oh
corn?
my gosh, look.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Corn marked it out.
Scratched off.
You always go with your first answer.
Yeah.
You should. Go with your gut.
Always.
What vegetable is the main ingredient of sauerkraut?
Cabbage.
Cabbage.
I got that one?
All right. Healthcare professionals recommend eating how many portions of fruits and vegetables per day?
3.
I put 5 to 7.
It is 5.
5? Okay.
Yeah.
So my first answer was 3, and then in my head, once he asked it again, I thought 5 to 7.
Uh-huh.
So that
More
time,
than we typically eat.
yeah, right, exactly.
In
-3.
In Cinderella, the fairy godmother turns what vegetable into a carriage?
Pumpkin.
It is a pumpkin.
Yeah, that's the easiest one.
According to an old wives' tale, eating this vegetable will help you see in the dark.
Carrots.
That's what I put.
It is carrots.
Is it really?
Have you seen there's these things where the fruit or the vegetable that you're eating actually will have the same look of what organ it's helping you with? So if you cut like a carrot in half and you look at it, it looks like an eye.
It's got a little center.
Yeah,
like
it looks like it looks like an eye. So I've seen this whole like study on it. Like you can figure out what
no
organ
idea.
it helps.
We're going to have an off-network conversation
Yeah.
about all the other vegetables.
Yeah. All right. Which vegetable is known in several languages as the earth apple?
I put turnip.
It is not a turnip.
I put
Not a turnip.
potato.
It is a potato.
Potato. Yeah, I overthought that one.
What country produces the most vegetables in the world?
I put China.
It is China. Yeah.
I was going with United States.
All right. What Illinois city is named after a Native American word for wild garlic?
I had no idea, so I put sandwich.
It is not saying
I don't think that's it. So I do a total blank. I have no
Yeah.
idea.
Chicago.
So he
it
said
really?
he said city, and so I almost thought, oh, it's got to be Chicago because there's really not a lot of other cities in here. But then I was like, I have no idea, so I put sandwich just
It
because
is
it's a
Chicago.
fun name.
All right. What's the most widely purchased fruit among U.S. consumers?
Apples?
An apple or banana would be my
It's
guess.
the banana.
The banana.
The banana.
Hey, how many bananas does it take to fill a boat? A boatload. Okay, go on.
Wow.
Whoa. Mind blown.
Right.
All right. What popular fruit came to U.S. with the Pilgrims in the 1600s?
I put pumpkin.
I had no idea.
It's the apple.
It is the apple.
I had no clue.
No.
The apple was not here until the Pilgrims arrived.
Yeah.
All right. What green fruit grown by Native Americans is the main ingredient of guacamole?
Avocado.
The
Delicious.
avocado. Yep.
They are good.
I don't know that the avocado has much of a taste. It just takes on the taste of what you put with
Well,
it.
I think that's true. Go and get you a sourdough avocado toast from Fusion if you haven't yet. Oh my gosh. And they
Good
put
stuff,
that
huh?
kind of like hard boiled yet still little runny egg on top. Oh, delicious.
Homemade guacamole is the best.
Yes.
What are dried grapes known as?
Raisins.
Raisins.
Love those.
What fruit is the most common addition to pancakes?
Strawberries?
Blueberries.
Blueberries.
Oh. Duh.
All right, on Thanksgiving, this fruit is made into a sauce.
Claire's favorite.
It
Cranberries.
is the cranberry. And a watermelon contains 92% of this.
Melon. No.
Water.
Nope, that'd be 100%.
I couldn't help myself. All right. Well, hey, 9:32. I think that's pretty stinking good for us. We're either like finishing early.
we're either 10 minutes early or we are 30 or 40 minutes late.
I'm impressed because we were chatting a lot. I'm like, okay, we gotta move through some stuff. So, thank you so much for being here, Doug.
You're
This
welcome.
has
Appreciate the
been
invitation.
a fun morning on It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield.
Don't forget those scholarship deadlines and the
Yes,
community
today.
impact grant deadline
And
is
4-H
today.
grants today. Everything's
Oh
today.
my goodness, yeah.
And
I'm
get
sure
those-
your secretary loves that.
Yeah.
I know. She took today off. So.
And get those tickets to How with the Moon.
Yes, get those
March 16th.
ASAP, March 16th. Next week, kicking off March, today is March 1st. Next week, we are going to start doing It's a Beautiful Day in Fairfield on Tuesdays and Fridays. You ask, we answered. So join us on Tuesday with special guest Ken Odie.
Well, we figured since Ken Odie was our first guest on the Friday show, make him the first one on the Tuesday.
Yeah, and you know, he's involved in a lot, so
He
we can
is.
always find something to talk about with Ken
He's a
Odie.
wealth of knowledge,
He
too.
really is.
Yeah.
And he does questions of the day on his personal Facebook page.
does.
Just
All
you
the
know,
time.
Yeah.
just for the fun of it, and I love reading those. So don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel as well.
Ken, if
RJ
you're
on the
listening, you're
air.
in charge of question of the day.
Yeah.
And you can bring trivia too if you
Oh
want.
yeah, you just we're gonna sit back. You ask us the questions. It'll be a fun time. But
That might be kind of awkward.
well, thank you all for joining us.
Yep.
Thank you again, Doug.
You're welcome.
And have a beautiful day in Fairfield, everyone. We'll see you next week.